Askreddit thread. What is something you should never say to the opposite sex? My friends all agreed. Your sexual fetish is totally not super weird. It doesn't even have to be about fetishes. Admitting you shared anything very personal with a bunch of your friends is pretty bad. Unless she shares how big your cock is, that is totally okay. My girlfriend's done this. Broke my heart because I thought I could trust her. Play it a long time. Find a girl and get her isolated from all her friends and family until she only spends her time with you, kind of like a cult. Then, after months, when she's got no one left except you, you can finally trust her and share all your nasty secrets with her. You know it won't scare her away because you're the only one she's got left. Ha ha. Healthy and I trusty relationship, I tell you. My ex used to do it. Why can't you? For men, bit too small, aren't you? For women, bit big, aren't you? For you, if I tell you have a small penis, will you die? It would be extremely disappointing. Oh, are you pregnant? A very good friend of mine had pretty much had a breakdown when her workplace threw a surprise baby shower for her. I guess they took her weight gain, intentional trouble, and moodiness as pregnancy. She had cancer. Why the hell did they throw a baby shower for her when she hadn't announced a pregnancy? That's because it didn't happen. My god. Oh, that's messed up. This golden quote from my roommate one drunken night at a party. A girl with your figure should not be eating a cake at this hour. To any female looking clearly upset, are you on your period or something? Who lit the fuse on your tampon will get you a death stare. Would putting my penis in you make you feel better? There's actually research to suggest that this might work in fact, as simple as it sounds, although longitudinal surveys have suggested that penis needs to be significantly larger than yours, so putting mine in her would work, just not yours. Oh shit. No thread is safe. You don't sweat much for a fat girl. Oh, that's just so mean. Whatever you want, dear, condescending and legally binding. I think traditionally you're supposed to say, I do. I could have sworn the proper direction was, as you wish. Oh, Princess Bride, I knew that. I remember that from something. You're so tight, almost like a child. Quick edit. I don't know how tight a child is. I just think it's something you shouldn't say. Oh, V, your excuse is too late. I already informed the FBI and Chris Hansen. Your time is over, sick fuck. Guerrilla warfare is on their way. I haven't been fucked like that since grade school. I want to have your abortion. Famous lines from Fight Club. I feel like I'm on a list just for reading this. Oi, I can smell your cunt. Me and my SO like to have play fights, and I learned the hard way that not all things are kosher. Girl, I smell that pussy. Across the room. There's no disrespect. They could make this shit perfume. Ugh. Wow, your sister makes those noises as well. Plot twist. Her sister is next to her in bed. Put the gun down, you stupid cunt. You don't have the balls to pull the trigger. Wow. It's like 12 bad things in that sentence. When a girl says, oh my god, I put on 5 pounds this summer, and you answer, only 5. Unless she is bulking, then that is an appropriate response. If you can't handle me when I'm bulking, then you don't deserve me when I'm swole. Marilyn Manswell. Never compare someone to your ex. Also, you wouldn't understand, it's a guy thing, and vice versa. Like, I'm obviously trying to understand. Please explain why you're upset. To any female clearly looking upset / crying, is it beautiful? Is it because your haircut? Don't cry. You look fat when you cry. Then someone tells you no, and you see her teeth, and that's the problem. Reminds me of a Carl Plinkton story when his girlfriend Zane had her hair cut and came home upset with how it looked. Carl's reaction was to tell her, you look like Dave Hill out of Slade. Oh my god. Twist, this is a great way to make a girl with objectively nice hair start laughing between sobs. Source, I have pretty great hair. My boyfriend said this once and I stopped crying and I could tell him that was actually wrong. I'm fine, if you don't truly mean it. I don't know how many girlfriends I've had come to me ranting about how horrible their BF is for doing a thing he didn't even know he did and not apologizing for said unknown thing. So now she's giving him the silent treatment for not being able to read her mind. This feels like such a cliche to write, and yet it still happens. Yes, totally. Oh yes, the silent treatment, or as us guys call it, I don't know, we're just like chilling on the couch. I was at a bar a few weeks ago, flirting up with a chubbier girl. She was super cute and started making fun of my arm size, so I grabbed her bicep and says, "Well, your arms are bigger than mine." I felt so bad afterwards. She looked so hurt when I said that. Oh, that sounds mean. Back in college, freshman days, I was trying hard to get my lazy ass to the gym. At the same time, I wanted to invite this girl out to do some activities together. And I thought whenever I went to the gym with my buddies, they're usually open chatters and joking around with them. It's healthy and relative social thing. So why don't I be efficient? So I invited a girl to the gym with me. She flipped. If she can do flips, she probably doesn't need to go to the gym. Okay, that bothered the absolute fuck out of me. Are you a boy or a girl? Heartbreaking every single time. I was in a psych ward for 20 years. I struck up a fascinating conversation with a person coming down off of shrooms. I wasn't sure if they are effective guy or masculine girl. Having zero inhibitions, I asked exactly that question. The thing is, she wasn't sure. She wasn't even sure of her own name. I instructed her to grope her crotch to describe what she felt. We hooked up a few times later. I'm sure that happened. We have to talk. Just hearing something like this from my SO and that she wants to meet up at her place instead of the restaurant this weekend. I'm fearing for the worst. Edit. Update you guys. I sent a text that pretty much demanded an explanation tonight, and I was right. She broke up with me. We'll talk about it tomorrow at her place. Women suck. Enjoy having a child. If I'm right, please update. Girlfriend asked me how I view lesbian relationships. Apparently, NHD wasn't the right answer. Come on. That's too funny to be mad. To a woman, anything accusing her of being on her period, the only possible outcomes are: best case scenario, you are correct and you've embarrassed a woman who is at best uncomfortable and bloated and more commonly in pain and trying to keep it to herself. Worst case scenario, you're wrong in dissing her emotions and now she's completely justified being angry at you. Either case doesn't end well for you and it's not a good situation for either. Would you like to see a dead body? You're just like your mother. Hug it out, bitch. This is what men say to each other after a fight. They hug it out. In doing so, they let it go and walk away. And they're done. Not a good idea to say that to a woman, however, I found. It doesn't translate. Women, do you have a large cock? Man, why do you have such a huge, cavernous vagina? If I were to yell between your legs, would the resulting sound fall into the category of an echo? Pew, bit stinky down there. Are you mongering fish? Are you pregnant? Worst thing to say to a man, I agree. My husband just said, I could give birth in my lunch break. You're just making a big deal. I'm 35 weeks pregnant with our second child. I could give birth in my lunch break. You're just making a big deal. I'm still looking for somewhere to put the body. Tips appreciated. In a barrel with hydraulic acid. Make sure you leave fingerprints or anything, otherwise you should be alright. You knew it was going to happen sooner or later. Caught my buddy saying this to his girlfriend about him leaving for a pretty long time. Cue Waterworks. To him, isn't it in yet? To her, I don't know. How much do you love me? Yes. Can you get any longer? Can you get any tighter during sex? Undermine your own sex as a whole. To your wife, you know, sweetie, I gotta agree with simply nothing you say. Simply nothing you would say to your male friends as male. What up, fucker? Looking shitty as always today. Eat a dick. Yeah, you don't want to talk to girls like you would talk to another guy. Why don't you fuck off while you're at it? Get out of here, Lay. My ex-girlfriend once told me, you're starting to remind me of the guy that raped me, and not just by your demeanor in the bedroom, but I'm starting to see the same manipulation tendencies as well. I felt like a horrible, horrible monster for quite a while after that, and I even doubted all of my friends who insisted she was a master at manipulation. Hey baby, you want some fuck? Or, hey baby, you beaver, 'cause damn. That's funny. To a woman, wow, women are. To a man, wow, men are. Whatever they did isn't standard behavior for the whole sex, and you shouldn't assume it. Don't challenge a man's manhood in front of his bros. Oh my god, this. Some girls really don't get that making fun of a man's height, lack of muscles, especially if he exercises regularly, or his performance in bed and his man meat are absolutely emasculating. It's just as bad as calling a girl fat. Super insulting. It's only smells. To a woman, when you're having trouble, you're not attractive enough to be this stupid. That's a good insult. Alright, that's enough. There's just a whole bunch of sex questions repeated over and over. I don't know what I was expecting.